Right now I see three participants in the meeting, so I think maybe we can just, oh, we have one attendee.
Okay, welcome to the University of Guelph Campus Days. My name is Mavis Morton. I'm the director of the first year seminar program at the University of Guelph. And thanks for coming by to check out what the first year seminar is all about. I'm going to provide a couple of slides, and I'm going to show you a digital story that my first year seminar students made. So tell you a little bit about the first year seminar first. Just going to get rid of this. So the first year seminars are a first year course designed to be a transition from high school to university. And they are well known to develop both academic and social skills. One of the best and unique features of first year seminars is that they are small. So there's no more than 22 students in a discussion-based course. You can also use your first year seminar, which when you register for a first year seminar, it's called a Univ 1200 course. And those courses can be used as an elective to satisfy different requirements that your program might have. And the bad news is you can only ever take one first year seminar, and it can either be in the fall term or the winter term, but not both. So the first year seminar program has been at the University of Guelph since 2003. You don't need any prerequisites or prior foundational knowledge to take a first year seminar, excuse me. They're also interdisciplinary, excuse me. So that means that you'll be with students from around the university in many other programs. And, oh, excuse me, sorry, I'm having a coughing fit. And it also means that the nature of the courses are interdisciplinary, which means that you will have an opportunity to talk about a topic and research a topic from different perspectives and different disciplines. And the first year seminars are taught by both full-time and part-time faculty. We have a website, which is at the top of the screen and has been put into the chat. But we also have standing by one of the first year seminar instructors, Justine Tashinsky, and she does a first year seminar often. So it would be available in next fall or winter, and it's about sleep. So I'm going to pass the stage over to Justine and she's going to tell you a little bit about her first year seminar.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Dr. Morton. Hi, everyone. Nice to virtually meet you. My name is Dr. Justine Tashinsky, and I'm from the Department of Human Health and Nutritional Sciences at the University of Guelph. And I am one of the instructors in the first year seminar program, and teaching in this program is absolutely my favorite part of my job. Because I get to work with small cohorts of students. So I do teach a course called Sleep, 1/3 of your life spent with your eyes closed, where we look at all aspects of the art and science of sleep. So everything from, sleep stages, sleep architecture, to dreaming, to sleep disorders. So, sleep apnea, even things like sleep homicide, strange disorders like that, as well as factors that affect sleep, both external and internal. So stress, caffeine, alcohol, etc., as well as some insomnia treatments. And we really use a mixed method of assessment and whatnot in this course. We do a lot of debates, a lot of class discussions. As you can see in the slide here, these are past students of mine who had the opportunity to visit the sleep lab at Guelph General Hospital, got to learn about what happens in an overnight sleep study, and to look at the actual readings of a potential sleep apnea patient. And so, yeah, we take advantage of, getting out into the community to see how things work in the real world as well. So like I said, this is just one example of one of the first year seminars that's offered, but I have a lot of fun with it. So with that said, I have to run to another session, but hopefully I will see some of you in the fall or winter of next year. And I'll send it back to you, Dr. Morton.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Justine.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to this slide because Justine had to run to another session, so I wanted to make sure you heard from her. The top of the screen has the website, so you can just even Google FYS for first year seminar, U of G, and it'll take you to this page. We've got lots of information about the first year seminars on this website, and there's information specifically that you as an incoming student might be interested in. I also want to, you'll also find this kind of information on the website, but I want to give you a sense of the range of first year seminar topics. So these are meant to be really unique course offerings. You get an academic credit in its 12-week academic course like your other first year courses, but it's meant to be a course that you would never find anywhere else in your program or anywhere, any other course at the University of Guelph. So here's just a list of some of the topics. We have a range of 20 to 30 being offered every term. So, about 25 in the fall, about 25 in the winter. So the ones in yellow are some of the newest courses, but so there's always some like Justine's sleep course that are almost always offered, and then there's new ones coming and going, which is also fun. So there's one this year in the winter term called What's Brewing? Everything you wanted to learn about beer. There's one called hashtag Black Lives Matter, Black Identity, Struggle, Liberation, and Joy. There's one about mental health, whose role is it anyway? There's one about when performance gets political, exploring activism in concerts and music festivals. And there's one on climate change called The Future is Yours, The Climate is Ours, Attitudes and Climate Actions. I won't list all of the other ones, but there's really a huge range of courses that are offered, which is really nice because there's kind of something that most students would be interested in. Some of the unique and important features about first year seminars is that it's often the place where first year students make their first friends. And it's certainly a place where they get to know students from across disciplines. Because of the small class size, you tend to get a much better opportunity to get one-on-one time with the instructor and really get to know them and have an opportunity to communicate and, maybe ask some of those questions that might be a little easier in this kind of a space than in a big lecture hall. The courses are meant to be there's a lot of discussion. They're meant to be different. So there's a lot of fun and interesting assignments and activities in class that students do. Students talk about it as a really nice change from other classes. And part of that nice change is there's a good balance between them being sort of academically rigorous and fitting with the learning outcome requirements that other courses would have, but students talk about it as being offering a bit more of a balanced workload. Here's what some students have specifically said about their first year seminars. I got to know other students and I was able to meet new people. I made my first friend. They're open-ended, in-depth, and flexible. The topics were engaging and centered towards what students wanted to know. It made me feel less isolated. I got to have one-on-one time with the prof. I liked the small class size. It helped with communication, like how to talk to my professor, and it helped me gain confidence in presenting and listening to others. As I mentioned, these are academic courses, so they do fit with the same kinds of learning outcomes that any course at the University of Guelph would have. So it's things like communication, how to find, access, and evaluate information, critical and creative thinking, collaboration, time management, study skills, having that interdisciplinary perspective that I talked about. So as I mentioned, there's a number of options. This is the course that I have been teaching the last couple of years, and it's called Wanna Be a Digital Storyteller Researcher. So the first time I taught this was in 2020. We were all virtual. Now we're in person. But what our class does is actually the students are researchers themselves, and they do research by interviewing other first-year seminar students. And based on those interviews, they create digital stories about the first-year seminar experience from the student's perspective. So what I want to do now is play one of those digital stories that a group of my previous first-year seminar students created based on the interviews that they did with first-year seminar students. So the whole idea is to give you a bit better of a sense from the student perspective what these are like. So I'm just going to share that for now. So here is one of the digital stories that was produced by my students in a previous term. Here we go.
The University of Guelph's first-year seminars are some of the most collaborative and skill-enhancing courses in which first-year students can enroll. Each semester, students have reported multiple benefits and advantages of taking first-year seminars that prove to enhance their academic skills, abilities, and satisfaction throughout their academic career. Research suggests that this is likely due to the unique learning environment that first-year seminars offer. Our research team has conducted interviews with 40 students from first-year seminars offered in the winter of 2021. These highlight what students like the most and what was most impactful or beneficial for them. The most common benefits and likes found in the interviews are as follows. How first-year seminars support critical and outside-the-box thinking, the highly collaborative and interactive learning environments that first-year seminars offer, the small class sizes that first-year seminars provide, and how first-year seminars can be stress-relieving when compared to other classes that first-year students are involved with. We will now present the first set of clips in which students express their opinion on critical thinking opportunities in a first-year seminar classroom.
The writing aspect, I get to actually write things other than doing formulas and equations and everything, and yeah.
Discuss things really helps me understand them better. So I really like that aspect of it, and being able to apply what I read and talk about it, and it makes me remember it and sticks with me more. So we read a lot of academic papers on research, and they provide us with guided readings, which is really helpful because it provides areas for you to look at. And obviously we've been doing a lot of scientific reading in a lot of my other classes, so it's nice to have that, to know what they want me to focus on, which is yeah.
And the design thinking and problem solving aspect was a unexpected benefit, but has been one that is probably one of the most useful things I've learned in school in general. Yeah, so like I mentioned, it's the entire concept of design thinking that has really shocked me and has become a big part of how I interact with others. It's something I didn't realize, because you hear design, you're thinking much more creative, but it's been a really big push that you see in a lot of Fortune 500s like Google, Amazon, companies like that. And it teaches you everything from the actual problem solving pathway to having empathy for your coworkers and your customers.
The second set of clips we will show deals with how a highly collaborative classroom has benefited first-year seminar students.
Before this semester, most of my class is only reading, and it's very boring, and I really want the opportunity to meet people. So this class is really good because 30% of our mark is based on pacification. So everyone will be willing to join and discuss and have to talk about their opinion. In the class, we have a lot of we will give you half an hour to research some project with a group of people and talk about it. So those opportunities help me to sit with others, have to talk about my own experience.
The first year seminar is a place where I can meet people, talk to people, and learn something more specific and relevant to my daily life.
Some of the future features of your first year seminar program that you like and why you like it.
Yeah, so basically I really like how interactive it is, especially since my teacher does a lot of breakout rooms, but in general my class participates a lot because our marks are based on participation, so it's always a good time.
Nice.
The next set of clips will show why students prefer the small class sizes offered in first-year seminars compared to their other courses.
You know, those big lectures, no group work, no interaction with everybody else. And then also, like, there's the opportunity to talk and get to know the prof and all the other students, which I don't.
Like, to start off, some of the features I like are the smaller class sizes, because then in first year it can be so overwhelming with all these like massive classes, so that I enjoy.
It's completely different because it's a smaller classroom size, which means that we get to communicate amongst each other, you know, with our microphones and cameras on.
So I, especially with like online learning, I feel more inclined to like speak in like a smaller class than in something with so many people listening.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so it's just like when it comes to talking in class, like I'm more inclined to like speak or like say something or share my opinions rather than like a bigger class. And then I also like it because it's more focused. Like this class compared to my other ones, like I enjoy going to this class.
Yeah.
Finally, our last set of clips will explain how first-year seminars are in fact stress-relieving and more laid back when compared to their other courses.
And I just feel like if, say, like you forget to hand in an assignment, the professors will reach out to you more, whereas the other classes, since they're so big, like of course professors don't have time for that, probably don't even think of that. There's just kind of little things like that that make a big difference for sure.
And also it's nice to have just one kind of course that's not like exam based and instead is more based on things that you can do.
Yeah, it's a little bit lighter and it helps to like lighten your course load in a way. Yeah.
A lot of my other seminars are like we have strict like guidelines, you know, we have to get this done, whereas this one is kind of free flowing. I feel like it's more of a conversation than anything. And that's, I'm pretty sure, what my professor aims to do. We just start talking about the topic.
Finally, we would like to thank all the students for participating in our research, as it has given us a greater understanding of why first-year seminars are beneficial to the students who take them. Our purpose of this study was to discover why first-year seminars are so effective for each first-year student, so through conducting interviews, it gave us the opportunity to learn their experiences firsthand. We hope to continue the integration of first-year seminars at the University of Guelph, and we hope that this research and video will help further and possibly expand the program for years to come.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that, and I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint.
You like cheeseburgers? You know that they're just $3.99 right now.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
That's a pretty good.
It looks like I got a. Sorry. Looks like the YouTube kept going there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint, and I'll just talk about a few more things that I wanted to focus on. So one of the questions that just came up was whether first-year seminars are available to all students, and yes, they are. If there are other questions, feel free to ask that. Here, just a part of what my students have also done is we also did a survey of almost 900 first-year seminar students now, and asked them what they liked about their first-year seminar. So these were some of the answers. I have a question about whether the first-year seminars are equal in terms of the credit that can serve as prerequisites for other courses. That's a great question. So yes, a first-year seminar is a 0.5 credit, like most other courses at the University of Guelph. So it's the same amount of time. So it's over 12 weeks or one term, either the fall term or the winter term, but it's worth the same amount as many other courses, which is 0.5. Another question is, when will the first-year seminar options be open for us to see? That's a great question. So if you go to that website, which you can just type in FYS U of G, you'll go to it, it'll talk about the offerings. So right now, you'll just be able to see what has been available. You won't actually be able to see what's available for the fall until the fall. So, or really late summer, early fall. And you'll find these on WebAdvisor, which is exactly the same place that you'll go to register for all your other courses. And as I mentioned, they're indicated as UNIV. And maybe my support team here could put in the chat UNIV 1200. Those are the course codes that you'll look for. And then there will be like UNIV 1200, 01, 02, 03, all the way up to about 25. Another question is it recommended that students take first-year seminars that line up with their programs? So it's a great question. One of the great things about first-year seminars is that it's very different. So we would encourage you to actually take something that's totally not related to your program, because it's such a nice change. So of course you can, and some students do, but it's also an opportunity to take something totally different. And part of what you heard people talking about previously is that it's a nice change. It's often a really nice break from what's otherwise a very sort of focused program set of courses, especially if you're in a program that you don't have a lot of electives. So yeah, it's really recommended to just take something that you're interested in. Happy to entertain other questions if they are out there. I think we're getting close to our time. So here's just some more examples of seminars that have been offered previously. And again, a sort of a little look at the kind of small discussion-based environment. There has been one the last couple of years all about bees. And of course, the University of Guelph has a bee research center as well. So one of the field trips was to the research center, which students really enjoyed. There's also been one that's about cycling, and the University of Guelph also has a bike center shop, which the students were able to go to. Where, by the way, you can get bikes if you need one, or you can get your bike fixed. Here's one that was about butterflies. One thing I should not forget is if you visit the bookstore today, you can get 25% off on things if you use the promotion code W22 Campus Day 25. So don't forget about that. Happy to entertain any other questions if there are any about first-year seminars. As I say, it's great to have a look at what all the options are. Many of them are offered, either in the fall or the winter. Some of them are offered, the same ones are offered both in the fall and the winter, but not too many. There's usually quite a range, and there's always new ones coming up that are being offered, and some others that are really popular. So I would really encourage you to have a look at what has been offered in the past, which you can look at by the website this fall and this winter's offerings, and then keep your eyes open on WebAdvisor in the fall when your window opens to register for other courses, and you'll see what's available. They're very popular, so I would encourage you to, when your window opens for WebAdvisor, to get in there and get a spot, because they do fill up fast. Any other questions? Happy to answer anything. Coming from, a student is asking, coming from outside of Guelph to in-person on-campus tour for April 7th, can we still use the promotion code? That is a really good question. I'm not sure about that, whether the promotion code could be used beyond today. So again, maybe one of my support folks could help me answer that question.
Hi, I can answer that one actually. Yeah, so if you're coming for a tour, actually we give out coupon codes that I think are 25% off. So yeah, if you don't use it today, if you want to go visit the bookstore first, you can just pick up that coupon code in person and then use it when you're visiting.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Any other questions? What's the most common type? Oh, I'm going to answer this. What's the most common type of assignment? That's a great question. There really is a huge range of assignments. So there's, I guess, probably the most common would be discussions. So there's a lot of focus on discussing things in class, presenting ideas. That's probably the most common one, but there really is a range. There's really creative options where students, you know, make things, create things. There are some traditional assignments like writing assignments or reflections, as I say, doing presentations. But there's a lot of uniqueness, and it really just depends on the course. So once you find a course, it will give you a bit more information about the nature of that course and what you're likely to you know, be doing and what some of the assignments are. One of the things I'm not sure I mentioned was there are no exams, which are another really unique feature of first-year seminars. So no midterms and no final exams. So that's another big difference. So yeah, in terms of assignments, there might be presentations, there might be written things. It really does depend on the course, but discussion-based would be, there's often a big percentage of the grade is for participation and engagement. That's a common assessment tool. Thanks for that question. Anything else? Coming up to our time. Well, I'm so happy to have had a chance to tell you about first-year seminars. They're really fun to teach. Students really like them, and hope to see you in the fall taking a unit of 1200 in either the fall or the winter. So have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your virtual tour at the University of Guelph. Feel free to contact me, by the way. I'm Mavis Morton, and you can email me at mavis.morton@uofguelph.ca. Happy to tell you more, or you know, have another chat with you and try to give you a bit more information. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.